Hey everybody, nice to be back on this lovely Sunday in June, Father's Day. Didn't know where to start, what holiday to touch on, but I'll start with this. I was bouncing around on Sirius XM the other day and I ran across a new channel just called Black XL Music. Wasn't really sure what Black XL Music is, so I just turned it on now, and let's take a little trip through the Black XL Music. I don't think there's a white XL Music or a Spanish XL Music. I didn't think black was a specific music type. I thought that anybody could like any music. I've never heard specifically black music. I do like this, the Spinners. Who doesn't like the Rubber Band Man? I don't know what's coming next, but it's black music, and that's what we're going with. But here we go. Happy Father's Day, all you guys that are fathers, even you, Dinger. I know you don't have any kids on record, but I'm pretty sure you snuck one past the goalie in your adventures before you were married. You just don't know about it. So happy Father's Day, everybody. There are a couple of differences between Father's Day and Mother's Day. Somebody sent me a picture this morning that on Mother's Day, you're expected to take mom out to dinner, to brunch, but on Father's Day, those fathers are expected to barbecue. It's work. Now, a bigger difference in the commercials, like Mother's Day, go get the mother you love. Get the mother of your children diamonds. Diamonds last forever. Get her a new car. You know what the dad commercials are for? Soap, motor oil, barbecues, tractors. Give me a break, man! We're just as important. I know nobody cares, but I care, and you should care. Because a father is a very important person in your life. Not your mother, but a very important person. I miss mine a great deal. Here's to all the fathers that are gone, and here's to all the fathers who are taking care of their kids. Even you, Dinger. Now, let's get back to this other holiday. Juneteenth was yesterday. There's fireworks going all over the place. Apparently, the name of it is some kind of independence. We already have an Independence Day. We don't need a black independence. Juneteenth was never a thing. Go back. If you have an iPhone, look on your calendar. It was never even on your calendar before last year. Now, I think that the abolishing and freeing the slaves is very important. But I believe it happened on January 1st, 1863. Maybe we should use the date it was written into law, or the day of the Emancipation Proclamation, not the day Texas finally figured it out. I mean, are we really pandering and moving right along with this critical race theory? Let's stop judging people by the color of their skin. It is only causing division. Martin Luther King was a genius. Content of the character, Juneteenth. I do believe that we should celebrate the end of slavery. But as a person interviewed yesterday saying, we're only learning the white man's history. Slavery lasted not that long in the broad scope of American history or history itself. So let's put it in perspective. Out in California, as I said many times, they have lost their minds. There is a drive to pay $246, and you can be a slave for 246 minutes. Now, I'm not really sure what that entails, but you know what? A whole bunch of white people lining up like crazy, loaded with white guilt, to be a slave. Can you imagine that nonsense? Just spit a little bit because it really is infuriating. It doesn't make sense to me. California should be a nation of its own. Just get rid of the place. I've said it many times. It is insane. Oh, but we do know this. Good old Uncle Joe said, if you don't celebrate Juneteenth, you ain't black. Not racist at all, Joe, are you? Now, not sure anybody knows this, but Obama was a black guy, president for 8 years. Why did he get Juneteenth going in there? You know why? Because it didn't serve his purpose. The pandering is insane. Absolutely insane. This is just me keeping it real, man. Just keeping it real. Now, I am curious. I saw a video with shoplifting in California. Once again, you just shoplift. As long as it's not over $1,000, they can't even do anything. Why does Best Buy and Walmart have security guards if they can't do anything? Isn't that a useless job? It's like giving money away. I mean, mean, come on, man. I mean, can you really just go into a store, take $950 worth of stuff and walk out and nobody says anything? What is this world coming to? What is this world coming to? Here we have on Long Island, over in Hempstead, a guy was just arrested for the 7th time in 2 years. He ran his Porsche, he's a drug dealer, ran his Porsche into a cop car and almost hit another cop, but the guy keeps getting out of jail. I've talked about this. Hashtag the real justice. He's a man of color. Just saying. So let's not say that the system is bent, because everybody gets out of jail. No. Now, we keep talking about the crime level continues to rise. And now they're blaming the pandemic. I think it's indirectly the pandemic because it's the masks. If you're wearing a mask and a hat, you have an automatic disguise. You can't see who these people are on the camera. Everybody's wearing a mask. And why are there still people driving around by themselves wearing a mask? Insane. Now, listen, sister. In the editorials the other day, I read an editorial, and she was talking about we should be wearing masks because she has anxiety. We have to make her feel better. I am sorry that I am not considering your feelings of anxiety. Perhaps you should speak to somebody about dealing with anxiety, not put the burden on everybody else. Look in the mirror, babe. It's you, it's not me. If the store says no mask, no mask. If it says mask, I will honor the request and put on a mask. It's that simple. How about if it says no mask, you don't go in and stop annoying me, which is very difficult these days. In fact, speaking about women, women are now going to be put on the quarters. There's a whole series of quarters women going on. Now, the first one is a woman called Wilma Mankiller. Ironic, huh? Wilma Mankiller. First Native American hold office. She's a man killer. I read a song about her somewhere, maybe Hall & Oates. What's the second black song? Oh, wait a minute. What is this one? Oh, the OJs used to be my girl. This isn't black music. This is just good music so far. All right. Now, Chrissy Teigen back in the news. She had apologized because she was being a troll. She said she was just misunderstood and she needs to stop it really right now. Apologizing for being a troll. My question is, Chrissy, when did it stop? When you started losing your money? Funny how that works. She is a horrible human being. Again, you cannot tell teen girls to kill themselves. Just say I'm sorry and everything will be okay. Why don't we cancel her? Now, my oldest squirrel had a girlfriend lived in Minnesota and she keeps calling him. He wants to know what to do and I said, dude, just block her. It's your cell phone. Press block. Do not take her calls anymore. It's easy. If she shows up from Minnesota, we're going to call the cops. That's some serious stalking. Just block her, brother. Enough. You got to listen to your father. I have a little bit of knowledge about nonsense, and this happens to be one of my areas of expertise. Nonsense. Ask anybody, they'll tell you. Now, still curious? What the hell is gender fluidity? Not really sure. If anybody wants to leave a comment in the bottom, please tell me what gender fluidity is, because I still haven't figured it out. This I do know. There was a 31-year-old teacher down south seduced a 13-year-old student while playing video games. She was a very attractive 31-year-old woman. I still don't understand this. I can't wrap my mind around it. This was a man, forget about it. But the interesting thing is that the parents came out and they were appalled, which they should be because it's wrong. They said they have ruined. She has ruined their son. Yeah, for the next young ladies he's with, they ruined her. That's what he's not feeling ruined. He's feeling pretty good. The next few girls he's with, maybe they have a little problem. No excuse. Do not rape kids. Horrible. Now, surgery is tomorrow. So tomorrow's the big day. Having a surgery, 10 a.m. tomorrow. Once again, anybody wants to send me any gifts to stop by, come on by. Food, drink, whatever, just some time. You can hang out, watch Netflix. I'm even asking Big Steve, he's got nothing to do to come over and take care of me. I'll pay him, but not sure he can get up and be responsible. That's a different story. Hasn't returned my call yet. Maybe he's got to check in with Alex. So, I do a lot of checkups. So every time I went to a checkup, I checked off the box other, and it's still labeling me as a white male. What about my feelings and what I identify as? Other doesn't suit anybody. So I went to get my medication and I got an opioid and it said opioids, be careful, addiction. And the pharmacist wrote in a little note, do not drink alcohol and drive while on this. Maybe she doesn't know me well enough. I'm not a drinker and driver, but maybe we'll have a drink or two with the opioids. Good stuff. Still hoping to put the show on next Saturday. I may be on opioids, but I'm still hoping to do it. The interesting thing is my wife will take care of me. And nothing says love that when you're going to have a surgery that's like 3 or 4 hours under anesthesia and your wife says, honey, don't die. That's the new I love you, baby. Honey, don't die. That's love. Ugh. So I'm watching a TV show the other day, and there's a heavyset woman in there talking about fat shaming. She was 475 pounds and switched doctors about 3 months ago. And she said she's sick and tired of when her doctors are fat shaming. The doctor made a comment that she should look into losing weight and gastric bypass because it is unhealthy, not fat shaming. One of the top reasons women die is heart disease. And the heart disease is caused of obesity. Hold on, another song. Let's see, who is it? Tavares. Never had a love like this. Tavares, again, just good music. This isn't black music, this is good music. So she went on to complain about fat shaming and how she was insulted. And here's the kick. At 475, she looked in the camera and she said, 3 months ago when I met the new doctor, I was a lot thinner. A lot thinner. What were you, 450? Says to lose some weight, you live longer. It's really, it's simple. We don't need blood tests. We have eyes, and we know that morbidly obese people die. Your doctor was doing a job. You should have just said thank you instead of going on 2020. Moron. Oh, a little fired up today. Father's Day. Drinking some high noon. It's my last day of drinking probably, I don't know, 10 next drink. Maybe next Saturday with the opioids. Now, couple of interesting pieces of advice this week. First one. A woman wrote in, a good friend of hers lost a child. The child was young, and it was very sad. But her and her husband donated to the cause, donated time, were there all the time, offered support, helped paid for the funeral. But now, the other person will not acknowledge them. We feel great hurt and don't know what to do. Now, instead of saying, see counseling, speak to her, how about this? How about a little empathy and sympathy and let the person grieve and get over your bad self? Do you really need a pat on the back helping a friend who lost a child? You are a disgusting, horrible human being. Get over yourself. I can't even imagine. God forbid. Hopefully it never happens to you or anybody you love. You moron. Now, next one. Little brighter note. Couple's getting married, and the female fiance wrote in. She said, my fiance is a professional singer, and he wants to sing me a song as I'm walking down the aisle to get me in. I think this is tacky, and I don't want it. What should I do? Let the man sing. How disgusting are you, and how selfish are you that you don't want this man who's willing to sing you a song walking down the aisle? I don't care if he wasn't a professional singer. He's putting himself out there on your wedding day because he loves you, and you're saying no? Maybe this is not the man for you. He's too darn nice. Get over yourself. Let him sing. Stupid. Now, last. My boyfriend can't take a compliment. What should I do? Very easy. Stop complimenting him. Just give him a drink. He'll be fine. What do you got to do something for him he doesn't want? Leave him alone. Why is the world full of stupidity? All of these questions could be answered by get over it and don't be stupid. I need to do this for a living because I can rack up the bucks and send people out of my office with a dose of angry Mac reality. Now, again, surgery tomorrow. I'm going to give everybody a shout out today. I love you all. Thank you for watching. Happy Father's Day. Find us somebody you love. Give them a hug. Tell them you love them because tomorrow isn't guaranteed. But what you could do for me, please, in the bottom, leave a comment, give a like, subscribe if you have YouTube. I'm starting to pop up in other people's recommendations. Let's get me going, man. I love you all. Happy Father's Day. Happy Juneteenth. Happy just to be alive. Cheers.
Yes,